Peace, 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 peace to the family. Black motherfucking power.
Black power.
I'm your host, Rebel with a cause.
My brother Ken Water I kill.
And this is Rebal'Z Roundtable.
The Rebel's Roundtable.
Peace
like,
to the
comment, and subscribe to Rebel
Yes,
Vision
sir.
Television. Check this out, child.
Peace to the family, peace to the family. Before we even get started.
Peace to the family. Black motherfucking power.
Yeah.
Black power.
Before we even get it started, salute the Q Butter. Q about to come on the show too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So salute the Q Butter. And Fox. Get better, Fox. You got black love on this side. Everybody throw some prayers and some essence to Fox. That's my brother who had the heart attack a few days ago. And he getting better. So all your wishes and your energy, throw some out to Fox. So
Right.
Salute. I know you watching. So it's all good. Can water walk kid? What's good, baby?
What's good, brother, man? Shit out here in the field, man. Battlefield once again is on.
Can water walk kid out in the field? Somebody, I'm gonna write you a rhyme one day.
You write a rhyme, man. Write a rhyme. When you get back on the mic, just write some verses for me and I'll get on the mic with you, man.
I know you would.
Word up, man.
What's been going on?
I don't know, been out here on the grind, man. Stand on the grind, man. You know, we came out. Oh, I ain't let you see my new new can. Did I touch you my new Candace Apparel t-shirts?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. We got that coming on. We got the Candace Apparel website. My website designer working on it now. He started on it. You know, we got the Khalid Muhammad hoodies and t-shirts. Yeah, up for them, you know. And also, you know, check out Shelly Set products. You know what I mean? That's what we do. Give them black. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's right.
Salute to Ross Isis too.
Ross Isis.
Ink Champs on the page, dropping back every day now. So
right.
After this, go watch some Think Champs episodes.
Right.
It's all love. It's all love.
People been checking out some Think Champs episodes. A couple of people I've been talking to say, I've been checking them out, man. They had said, the reggae man. I said, yeah, that's Vegan Dream, brother Rebal'Z, man. Yeah. My brother from the BK, you know, I'm Nubian Patah. He told me he'd be looking at Think Champs, man.
Who was the brother you said was gonna call me for that wanted to do something with Mike Chambers because he heard the intro to Rebal'Z Roundtable? He called me the other day.
That was I think that was brother Shaka. That's brother Shaka Sankofa that's coming on.
Nah, for real, nah. Uncle Pappy.
Uncle Pappy.
Yo, bring my phone. But nah, he wanted to get an umbrella and he wanted to talk to me about some collab he want me and Mike Chambers to do.
He know me.
Yeah. I'm messing up because part of me I got so many names in my mind. You're just slipping right now, my bad.
It's all good, brother, man.
Yeah, it was for all love. I don't know what he wanted to do, but he said he had some a song or something he wanted to. I guess he wants your boy on it. He heard the intro, even though the intro is only a hook. Maybe he want me to sing the hook on something. I don't know.
I think that was the brother Shaka, man. Tell him he asked me for your information and stuff.
So I'm bugging. Is Shaka in there?
Oh, the brother we're about to have on, DC. The brother from DC.
All right, so it might be somebody.
It's somebody we know. I don't know, man.
Yeah, there's so much love coming in. I'm like, all right, I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do it.
Word.
Oh, yeah. Back to that. You're looking out, brother. But salute to Z and Tate, the Water Boys from the West End.
That's right.
We got them, they LLC.
Got them, the LLC. Water Boys.
You just went to court on Tuesday. They dropped it all. So they won't get locked up for obstruction. That's corny, just by selling water. So they dropped all the charges. The lawyer said they proud of him. The judge gave him a little, I wasn't there, but the judge gave him a little inspirational talk when he threw it away. So now they all happy. They strong. If this wasn't live, I'd have had the picture lined up. But we gonna get it right this year though. But
right.
Salute to Tay and Z, West End Water Boys.
West End Water Boys.
You feel me?
That's dope, man. That's
They
dope.
put money. And thanks to Kim Wado Akil, he put in on this because it took a little money to help them out. So salute to you, brother.
Man, you know how we do, man. It's the call we live by, man. Because, you know, you just can't be out here talking about these young kids and don't do nothing to help them out, man. That's straight up. You know?
Back. And I don't know the essence. If anybody out there looking or listening, we did a few food drives in the West End. And if you look at the footage, Tay and Z came to get something to eat. And then
I remember them too, because I seen the picture. I remember the one with Rebal'Z. I remember him. I remember. Because I remember he asked could he get some more food again. I remember.
Yeah, that was them.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah. So you see how the energy worked. It came back around. As soon as I stopped to hit off the Water Boys, it was them two standing there. So that was crazy.
Right.
Because I didn't know they was Water Boys. I thought they was just two brothers.
Yeah.
Over there. They saw what we was doing and got something to eat.
Right.
But everything's good. Rebel Vision Television, like, share, subscribe. We need more hits. We need more subscriptions. The algorithm is crazy. I'm muting half of the damn Think Champs episodes because we re-uploading them to this page. So all of the algorithm jail patterns is on now, not when we recorded them last year. So you can't really say nothing about,
You know.
the epidemic, you know, and we smashing that every episode. So if you watch it, you're gonna see a few mutes, but you know what's being muted.
Right.
That word. They won't let us say it at all, or it get flagged. That's some corny shit.
Right.
Because when we was filming, we was like, yo, technically, like, fuck you too. We not editing ourselves. And now re-uploading it, yeah, none of them will go up. So this particular part of that show was during the real mix of the epidemic. So all you hear is that word all a million times. So
Right.
yeah, but what we doing tonight?
Hey, man, we got the brother Shaka, the General Shaka Sankofa, man. Brother from out of DC, he the founder of the Street Lost Soldiers, man. And he be getting busy. He got his own, he do a lot of the community in DC, be telling me about it, you know what I mean? And he got his own show on Facebook. I follow him on Facebook, book, you know what I mean? And Soldier, one of the real ones out here, man.
Salute to all the Street Lost Soldiers out there.
Like soldiers.
Or wherever you are. You might not be in DC. You might just be somewhere else in the mix. It's all good. Yeah, you can send them the invite. Made all the brothers.
Bring the brother Shaka on, man. So we could politic.
Yeah. This show probably just be a little bit over an hour because of the algorithms. People will watch it about 1 hour, 1:10. I hate to edit anything.
Right.
It's up to me. Like Q Butter be doing 10-hour lives. I'm like, damn, Q. This shit is fucking 24-hour news, man. That's never ignorant getting goes accomplished, by the way.
That's right. That's right.
I don't know. I'll send Shaka the link too.
There you go. I go to Brother Man.
To the general. Shaka Sankofa in the building.
Right.
Peace, brothers. Peace, gods. What's going
So,
on?
brother, what's going on, Brother Man? I was just looking at your show, man.
Oh yeah, and actually, first of all, giving honor to the Creator and all of our beloved ancestors, and giving honor to you all. It's always an honor to be among the gods. And yeah, I had a very, very long day today, and I wasn't able to do my usual show like I wanted to do it, but nevertheless, I still managed to get some of it. For the most part, I still managed to pull it off. But as always, brother, it's always an honor to be among you brothers, man. And I commend you for the work and the stance that you all have taken in terms of the liberation and salvation of our people. It's as I always say, that this is you've been selected, by the Creator and the ancestors for this particular journey, because it's not designed, it's not meant, and it's not cut out for everybody, because it takes a particular type of energy and vibration to fulfill these missions and continue the legacy of our ancestors. So I am just honored to be among all of my great brothers and sisters, all of the great gods and goddesses that are standing tall and standing erect, fighting for our liberation and salvation. Giving honor also to the street law soldiers, brother Heru, who's with us here in DC, and Queen Ty, Goldie Lugo in Detroit, and Barbara Shepsies, and so many others across the United States that are assisting us. And it was so divine that we all linked up. I wanted to get with the brother Rebel when I came to the ATL, but we will have our spiritual and energetic embrace, brother, when I come down in a few more months, so we'll have time to do a lot of building, a lot of growing, man, a lot of educating one another and being beacons of light like you are. You brothers are down there, beacons of light and hope for those who are going to come after us, because this is an unselfish journey that we're on, because we're sacrificing our lives and our energies and our beings and vibrations for the future generations, that they may pick up the torch. They may carry on our legacy. So it's paramount that we remain intact with one another, and that we walk in unison to build this united front, because once that takes place, we begin to put a serious penetrations on the walls of evil and deal with these crackers and deal with these devils once and for all. Because once again, I'm honored to have been chosen by the Creator, divine energy, and the ancestors to be placed in this day and time to stand toe to toe and face to face with some of the most fucking ruthless devils that have ever walked on two legs on this planet Earth. So it's an honor.
The honor's all ours, brother. Thanks for coming to bless the platform. This is your part 2. The devil tried to get in the way last time.
Right.
Get in the way of the communicational aspect of this.
So, man, we had to, and by the way, them brothers in the shoes, That's ancient chemistry. That's Rebal'Z company.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Because I got some people that are, some brothers and sisters that are interested. But if 35 people inquire about it, only 2 or 3 may actually, make a purchase. You know how that goes. But nevertheless, just the people being enamored and interested and amazed at the apparel, man, is a blessing.
I appreciate that. That's much respect. Let me make a quick announcement. We got a new member on the team, y'all. Queen's Law will be dropping February 1st, start of Black History Month. But the new member of the team is our Empress Sekhmet. She's gonna be on Queen's Law. So salute to Sekhmet out there. She probably watching this too.
Peace, goddess.
We got our Empress Sekhmet, one of the true pillars of the Black community. Back in the day, the cracker tried to take her down, but now she's ready to come back and save the people again. So fuck cancer, by the way. She looking good. She back to herself.
That's good, man. I'm glad to hear that, man.
But she gonna be on Queen's Law. So salute to I Empress Sekhmet.
That's what's up. That's what's happening. Peace to the goddesses. And that's a blessing because, there are a lot of goddesses out here that just haven't had that cohesion to form a united front, because you always find them here and there, and we may have queens and wives and significant others and partners that have knowledge of self, but to have a platform where they can actually throw down and build together, to show, these young queens, and smash that Eurocentric myth that, these queens don't get along and they can't stay in the room with one another and things of that nature, So that's a divine move, Actually, it's the power move on the board.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's actually the power move on the low. We're gonna let the world know. Salute to Knowledge Born of Law. Knowledge Born of Law on my mind. But big up to Knowledge Born. It's good, baby.
Good, man. Imhotep.
All right.
Peace, God.
Wario Bossy in the building.
Brother Bossy.
Yo.
What up, brother Bossy?
What's up, bro?
Salute.
Shayasha. Obasi.
So where we gonna start this? You want to start at the beginning, or Brother Sankofa? Let's start from the beginning. Your plight all the way from your inception of knowledge. How'd you even wake up?
Well, it's been a journey, and actually, we and I say this for us all. We've all had knowledge from the rip. It's just that the misdirection and misinformation and the dimming and the extinguishment of our vibration and energy through religion and miseducation in the public food system had kind of deterred us. And for me, I followed the so-called American dream coming up. I watched White Tarzan, believed in White Santa Claus, all of that shit, and because during my younger years coming up, there was rarely any television shows that had people on it that looked like me. So, and I went through school, I played sports, I played football, I went through high school, I went to the military, and to be all you can be, and I actually thought there was an American dream. So when things didn't fall for me, I began to blame myself. Maybe it's something wrong with me. not understanding the dynamics and the core agenda of white supremacy. So, you know, but we grew up in I'm not saying we didn't go to church and all that every Sunday or nothing like that. We followed Christianity, but my parents were strictly militant. You know, they didn't play with no whites. My mother, she was arrested for throwing a white woman in the wash machine for calling us little niggas. Right. And my father, he was critically wounded in Korea. So they had, you know, they had a platform, and you know, and you know, but to move forward, you know, when I didn't get the job and the things that, you know, these devils promised us by being in the military, I began to hit the streets, you know. So I got into the drug subculture, and then followed the rites of passage that the streets had set, that you have to, you know, be with a lot of women, you had to sell drugs, you had to use drugs, and then you had to go to prison. Right. You know, I was okay with all of them except the prison piece, you know, by hearing so many horror stories about jails and prisons. But it led me to, you know, going into prison, and, you know, ended up, you know, linking up with some strong brothers that had a significant amount of time. Some were lifers, and I was schooled that way. So I began to read books. I didn't get engaged with no Playboy magazines, none of that. No sissies, no drugs or anything. I just became amazed at the fact that, you know, everything that we were taught, we were lied to, and that everything that was invented and personified on this planet was by people that looked like me. So I dug more deeper and deeper and deeper. And finally, when I came home, I began to work with youth, and they weren't doing anything for the youth in these various group homes. I worked in halfway houses with adults. I worked in therapeutic communities, treatment centers, and being a licensed life skill instructor, teaching other brothers how to be mentors. So, you know, me and Brother Harris Abdul, may he rise in divinity this evening, we created this Street Law Soldiers. So we began to just go around doing youth programs, gang truces, and speaking engagements. And, you know, the deeper that it got, the deeper that things got, the more I became entrenched in it. But let me go back to, you know, meeting and being around Khalid Muhammad, Steve Coakley, Dr. Francis Cress Wilson, Neely Fuller, you know, all Dr. Tony Browder, Dale Jones, and so many others that were in DC at the time, because DC was a revolutionary city at one time during the Marion Barry administration. So it was really on fire. And just being around, watching, I never said anything, watching Steve Coakley, carrying their books, following Dr. Khalid, and just being observant, you know, and being a keen student, you know. And that's where actually I had redisciplined myself in terms of, you know, watching, you know, because I was told by them that one day, you know, that I may be on the platform and on the forefront. So, you know, but once I get to Atlanta, I can really, you know, tell you some other, you know, some other shit. But nevertheless, you know, and that's been my journey, man. I've been put off of mostly all social medias, and which is the honor. Yes, you know, I'm honored. I never got monetized. I never even applied for any monetization. I've done over 4,000 4,000 videos.
Nice.
So, you know, and I've met some good brothers. I met some good sisters, you know, along the way, some real strong warriors and revolutionaries. But also, I have met a bunch of fuck niggas, and you know that those are the ones. Those are the ones that get the major platforms. Those are the ones that go around that people break their necks to see, to give them false hope. And, you know, they're no different than the nigga preachers. You know, they're just talking coming from a different angle, you know. You know, and I said, I was just, because I tried to link up with so many different organizations. Then when I found out, once the grant money comes in, the whole play changes. So I never got a grant. I don't want any grants. I don't want nobody telling me how to spend a dollar. You know, I work, I'm a grassroots organizer. I deal with the downtrodden. I deal with the hopeless ones, the ones that are counted out, because that was me at one time. So, you know, we go to prisons. I'm dealing with a brother now that's doing a life sentence that we're trying to get him home. He's been incarcerated almost 40 years. So we're trying to get this brother home. And, you know, we pay homage to those who were true to the game. Not what you say out your mouth. It's not what you say. It's what you do. It's your actions, man. And the thing with me is loyalty, man. If a person is totally honest and loyal to the struggle, you know, then, you know, we can walk through fire together.
Sir.
You know, so just like you brothers, man. Y'all, it's a unit, because I don't come on podcasts. Because I know the fucking play, man. I know what it's about. I know what this shit is about, man. You know, so, you know, and people follow the Street Law Soldiers, and they follow the live videos that I do, but I always acknowledge anyone that makes a comment or anyone that tunes in. You acknowledge them, something that, you know, a lot of these conscious gatekeepers don't do, because they think it's about them, you know. And what y'all doing is, you know, far beyond measurement, man. Y'all are upright, y'all stand up, you know, y'all have a fearless approach to dealing with these devils, man. Black and white devils. And I repeat, black and white devils.
Right. Hey, Shaka, this the brother John Hargrove. He the president of the UNA Atlanta Division 421.
Yes, sir. Race first.
Atlanta chapter, man.
Oh, peace, brother. How you feeling?
Doing well, man. Pleasure to have you here, my brother. It's a pleasure to be here with you.
Pleasure to be here with you all.
Eduardo.
Shaka, what's the name of your brethren that's doing life?
His name is Donald Dehaney. He's in Maryland. He's out in Maryland.
OJ,
you know.
Damon.
Yeah, so, you know, it's a lot of good brothers, man, that are behind enemy lines that have been over-sentenced, misrepresented in the court. And for those who may not know, when you do have a court case, most of us think that your court case is based on your criminal record, your criminal history. That's the last part of it. What they base your sentencing, this is why they call it guidelines. They base it on your credit history. They base it on if you have stocks, bonds, CDs, any type of assets, your community ties, who you're connected with, your level of education, and your comprehension skills. Then they go according to your criminal history, because they have to weigh out whether you are an asset or liability in society. If you are a liability in society, you become an asset to them. So you go into, you know, the 13th Amendment Act, where you go and become a slave and mop floors or be on some type of chain gang or work for Microsoft and build IKEA furniture for the next 10, 20, 30 years.
May I speak on that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, when dealing with the court, he is correct in what he's saying. So essentially, and I'm putting this information out there because at this particular point in time, I really just don't care. Sometimes when you're going through a trial or court, and this is for educational purposes only. I'm gonna say this for the video and for out there for YouTube land or whatever. This is educational purposes only. Please take what I say and do your own research. Sometimes you can do your research on a bid bond, performance bond. You can also do research on your charging instrument. And he is correct, because once upon a time, when you commit a murder, if you file bankruptcy, you can get off that murder. So a lot of things is tied to you being the token on the monopoly board in commerce. Don't forget, the monopoly game was created in 1933 by Parker Brothers. So was the gold and silver taken away from the American people, HJR 192, 73-10 public law. Once they took the gold and silver away from the American people, they gave you the fiat currency. This for educational purposes only. Please look up what I say, do your research. So when that happens, that puts you on the commercial platform, the social, the birth certificate, everything is tied to you being in commerce under the United States corporation, and which has filed bankruptcy, I think, over 3 times, and that's when you have the USA in gold on your Social Security card. That's the typical figure of the bank out. So when you're dealing with your case, you definitely want to be strategic, and you definitely want to settle those bonds. And there are some other bonds that you can settle. You can settle as well. Like, they haven't come to my mind yet, but I just want to throw that information out there.
Excellent. 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 Because our people don't know. Our people do not know this, and they go to court, with Bibles and a white chaplain and, and family members crying. That, and that shit don't mean shit. That doesn't mean shit. So in terms of dealing with just judicial tyranny that we're under, they've never been challenged, in a form of, you may have like brothers like yourself and others who are well versed and well entrenched in law, that can stand toe to toe with these devils, and crush them. But, we don't have that united front, where when they try one, they try us all, and we need to, until we get to that point, because it's important that our people do know law. If you're gonna be breaking it, if you're gonna be doing the dumb shit, you need to know how to get out of the dumb shit, So, and most of our, there are millions that never heard, that type of education, because what you just spoke on, man, was a lifetime actually of education, man. And so many brothers and sisters would have been freed had they taken the time, to understand, understand law, and especially, you being a griot in that, man, and that divine energy, man. Because I had talked to you a couple of nights ago. I was like, damn, a lot, I went to school in about 10 minutes talking to you,
Thank you.
So, I mean, and the masses of the people, they need to hear this, even though 90% of them are going to reject it because they think, Jesus, Muhammad is going to get them out of this. And we have to, and there's nothing wrong with, being spiritually grounded. Don't get me wrong, and I'm not bashing anybody's belief or ideologies, but we have to do more than that. You know, we've been on our knees for almost 600 years now, and only thing we've got is scuffed up knees. You know, our women have been raped. We got scars on our backs, and we go in prison in the cemetery every single day. You know, as victims of the greatest devils that ever walked the planet. And we have to begin to take a fearless, relentless approach in dealing with them, because I hear people on a lot of podcasts say they can't say this and they can't say that, you know, because they're trying to cancel, but they can't cancel everybody. This is why it's important to go back to the books. This is why it's important to do lectures, go back to the DVDs, you know, go back to the boardroom, you know, go to the war room and let the generals come up with a strategic plan, you know, on all levels, you know, education, law, religion, labor, politics, entertainment, sex, you know, but mainly war. This is the thing that we have tried to pray out of and back away from, is dealing with them, because the only language that a savage understand is savagery.
Right.
You know, and until we get to that point, you know, because Dr. King, the great Dr. King said, you know, he said, I never should have said that, you know, that I had a nightmare. Bullshit, man, because it fucked people up. It fucked people up, man. You know, because our people actually think we're going to be on some goddamn hill. Everybody going to be in a circle of all colors singing We Are the World. Motherfuckers need to get that shit out of their heads, man.
Right.
You
that
know,
ain't work, never work, and it ain't go work.
It's never been, it's no recorded history of no shit like that,
That's
man.
right.
None, man.
Right. I agree.
Maybe I lost my train of thought. What you speaking about?
This when Dr. King spoke on this, I had a dream.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, gotcha.
Which was a dream, but he woke the fuck up sweating, you know, because he realized it was the nightmare, you know, because once again, there's never, you know, all this, you know, little black boys and white girls and all this bullshit stand on top of a mountain singing We Are the World, you know, that's not ever going to happen. It's not even divine nature for something like that to fucking exist anyway.
Right.
And once again, it has never been no recorded history of no shit like that.
Right.
You know, and so, you know, it's important that, you know, we re-educate our children.
Yes.
We be examples to the young, you know, because they are under the hypnosis of having chromosome imbalances with these cereals, these sugar pops, and all this stuff that has, because they do surveys. They see most boys eat Captain Crunch. And so they'll put an enormous amount of estrogen into the Captain Crunch.
Yeah.
And that brings the chromosome imbalance. And then when if there's no male in the home and no proper, you know, God vibration to help that child rebalance those chromosomes out, then he takes on the characteristics of his mother, and then he has the same behavior of the mother. And so this is why they trying to eliminate critical race theory, because they don't want our children to know how the savages that they have been and that they are. But, you know, with being jabbed, then you got the entertainment business. You have the movie business. You got BMF. You got kill nigga. Every other movie, or it's either niggas killing niggas or niggas kissing niggas, and all these movies. You know, it's always the black woman She's the hero.
Say
The
respect.
black man is a piece of shit. You know, he left, you know, or he's some type of wimp, you know, some soft, buttery ass nigga who, you know, can't stand on his own, you know, and these are the type of, you know, and this stuff plays on our children's minds. So, and then sports, you know, the sports, which is entertainment, it's under the same act as WCW wrestling. See, you can sue the wrestling. You can sue what is WCW? You can sue them, but you can't sue the NFL or the NBA, although they're under the same umbrella, under law, under entertainment. This is why this, you know, these games and everything are fixed. You know, it's who they like, it's who they choose, and then our children follow them because if you go at any home, I mean not any, but the average, and you ask a 9-year-old black child who his favorite male role model is, he's not gonna say his father who works double time, overtime, and triple time to provide food, clothing, and shelter, and showing them, you know, the rites of passage of manhood. He'll say LeBron James or one of these gatekeepers that don't give a fuck about them, that most of them will refuse to sign their autographs, but they'll sign little waterhead white babies when you know, take their shoes off, throw their jerseys, sign their jerseys and shit like that, you know, because this is what part of the play is.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I'm quite sure y'all know about the two brothers from DC, the young brother that he was a starting guard for Alabama that took the young girl's life last week. He shot she had a child. Now, this situation, and then 21 Savage, this coon, he comes on Clubhouse the other night and says that every time he has a beef, you know, he kills 30 ops. 30 ops are killed. You know, but this is the training. This is the training. This is why I don't like to use that term real niggas, because all real niggas do is kill niggas. You know, that's all it is. And you know, you never heard none of them having any gun battles with law enforcement. They always surrender, or they always run to their grandmothers under the grandmother's steps, or in the basement closet, or in the laundry room closet. But 10 minutes ago, you shot the whole block up. You know, now when it's time to do, you know, the gangster shit, you want to run. And then this is where the snitching shit comes in. But 21 Savage, when he said that, he gave his own self a RICO. You know, because once the feds hear that, and then they'll say somebody snitched on him.
Yeah, that's crazy, because they tell people that that these federal agents do be listening in on Clubhouse, and a lot of people do stuff for the show, and also try to do stuff for you know, for the clout, man. You make your money, you make your music, keep making money, keep making music. You're not making no good music, but you making music, so you making money. So just stay in your lane. All the extra stuff is really, man, just bad additives and preservatives, man. It doesn't make any sense. And you telling the truth. We will come against each other. But like I told these young guys one day, I said, man, you wanna rob an elderly person or a sister, somebody like that. I said, go rob your oppressor. You want to do something, go rob your oppressor. But when the oppressor walk by, hey sir, how you doing? Your whole everything changed. You ain't no gangster.
Nope.
You out here clowning.
And under the hypnosis of white supremacy, you know. I mean, George Zimmerman, he walks around, he lays in his pool, floating, selling Confederate flags, smoking $50 cigars every day, but you know, motherfuckers supposed to be, you know, on this type of killer shit, this drill shit, which they are paid by the hierarchy. You know, these ice monkey motherfucking puppet masters who pay them to push these agendas. Now, you know, I can understand you coming from, like most of us come from the gutter and the sewage, and then you make a little gangster rap, and then you come up out of there. But then, you know, you got to cut that shit off, and then you got to start putting back into the community. Right. You know, and you know, and they're not gangsters. Right. You know, I look at the situation with Meek Mill. Any man that keeps 40 dudes with him with no women, I'm gonna always question that shit, man. So, you know, and you look at first when he was incarcerated, you know, he wore civil rights all-star suits. He was making these press conferences, no earrings, no bling or nothing, thanking the parole officer, you know, and then all of a sudden, he on some gangster shit. You know, once again, he's gangster because his little entourage apparently talked him into, you know, drinking syrup again, Molly's, and getting drunk. He's doing push-ups at a fight, knowing this brother that lives here, Gary Russell, would have mopped the floor with his ass, you know, down there here in DC.
He has security, man.
But you know, that's like the false bravado of masculinity, right? That's the false bravado of masculinity, these people. And like, okay, like you mentioned, George Zimmerman. I go back even one. William Bradley, the shotgun guy who killed Malcolm X. Now he was able to, and they showed a documentary where he got like a hero send-off. Now, this is like, okay, we've lost like I said, the false bravado of masculinity. I always bring this point up on a lot of the podcasts. When Honorable Dr. Mutulu Shakur said, along the way, the heroes stopped being them, the real figures, and it became the Nicky Barnes. Like you said, they don't look at their people. They don't look at real people as heroes. They look at LeBron James. They look at these rappers. But that's because we have an identity crisis in the so-called consciousness community, wherever that is. Because black men still aren't addressed. See, when we get on here, we got to talk real issues. We got to talk issues of the fake black conscious leaders who run their houses like tyrants. And the black woman don't even have a voice. We got a bunch of simps and suckers that call themselves passport bros that sit and dedicate a whole day to bashing the black women.
Right.
And the youth is seeing this.
Right.
So they got so many distortions of black masculinity. You got your fake leaders like Umar Johnson. They get up here and claim to be this when we're not showing a structured man. We're not showing an African man loving on the one. We got somebody that want to call him Big Papa that sit on the podcast with Charlemagne, who pushes all kind of agendas. Confusion on the battlefield, as the Honorable Steve Coakley used to say. So where's the masculinity? So then the masculinity look tough, but we're scared to talk about healing. We don't want to talk about healing. We just want to move past and we want to be tough. We want to talk like Khalid Muhammad, but we don't want to put it on the line like Khalid Muhammad. We want to bring up and pull our shades up for Malcolm, but we're not willing to get out there and do like that. So I think like you were saying, man, you know, it lies in us. We can't say we kings, warriors, gods, all this stuff, and then look for our women to lead us on the battlefield. We got to start being the example. We got to start showing these young bros, like you said, you don't even do podcasts, but you recognize the genuineness of this because you know that, you know, it's like we always say, it's black men that we can share differences of opinion and don't nobody get all ruffled. But where I say, dog, I say all this to say, y'all, that it's up to us to like really break the cycle and the mind control and all the stuff that the Tavistock Institute laid on us. We got to break that, and we got to start putting it together and say, well, what does healthy? Because we remember we was talking about, they saying toxic masculinity. Ain't no such thing. It's the lower nature of the masculinity which they subscribe to. But the bigger question, what does healthy masculinity look like? Like you said, it don't look like Meek Mills that wear tight jeans and hide behind 80 dudes. So we gotta start reassessing what does healthy masculinity look like, if that makes sense.
I agree with you 10,000%. And I always ask people that when they say who are the realest ones, and I'm talking about who are the real leaders and the true leaders. And when I'm talking to true leaders, this is not just a general conversation. I tell them just look in the mirror, because you're about the realest person that you know if you are on this particular plane and you're on this particular energy and vibration. You are the realest one that you know. And we have to, and you made an excellent point about the house cleaning, and that was, and speaking of Malcolm and Khaled, those were the missions that they were on, because Malcolm was about to do some serious house cleaning in the nation, and Khaled was about to do the same in the nation. So, and like I said, I've been around a lot of these organizations, man, and movements, and what they do off camera contradicts who they really are, when they're doing these lectures and these speaking engagements and things of that nature. Because consciousness, man, is just being woke. But it's more to being woke than just breathing. We got to be moving, and we're going to have to move swiftly, and we're going to have to move more thoroughly, in order, to get our babies, out of the muck and murder they're in, under the hypnosis of this system, but you can never tear down the master's house. You got to get past the Negroes that guard the house first. And when you talked about the brother the brother with the shotgun that murdered Malcolm, he was supported by Cory Booker.
Wow.
He was supported politically. Yeah, Cory Booker, it was a documentary. Cory Booker, and there was another sister that vouched for him and defended him. Cory Booker, who's a broke back, and his claim to fame was getting engaged in those small hat parties and going through those rituals. I have footage of it. And Dr. Randy Short has written a book about him called Spartacus. And, these individuals like that, how did Kwasi Nkrumah, who's also known as Pee Wee, that used to sell dope on Pennsylvania Avenue in Baltimore, get into Congress? How did Bobby Rush, who's the last person that was with Fred Hampton, get into Congress? How did Andy Young, all of those other coons get? How did he become an ambassador after once King was murdered, and then they got AD? See, AD was the enforcer for Dr. King. He was the silent weapon, and he was to succeed Dr. King. And then Jesse moves up. Andrew Young becomes the UN ambassador and all of this type of stuff and they put these people on the forefront. Roland Martin, who had a dashiki dress on his show Monday evening.
Are you talking about the man that taught Hillary Clinton how to do the wobble?
Yeah, he had a dashiki dress on. They came to his ankles, man. Roll over Martin. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you, man, they had the Black Caucus here early, well, about 4 or 5 months ago. And myself and another brother, he went in, I didn't go in, but I just watched him as they came out. And he told me it was a whole different agenda in the Black Caucus. All they do is drink, twerk. He said that, congressmen, they were dancing with each other and all this stuff, twerking. The men, the males, this is what goes on. All they do is talk about, getting a new swimming pool, extending their real estate property. They don't do nothing to enforce anything in terms of penetrating these devils and the walls of white supremacy. They're the gatekeepers. They ensure that we remain in oppressive, suppressive, and depressive and povertized conditions. They oversee the fentanyl. They are major players in the fentanyl holocaust. They are major players that allow these devils at these gun shows where they buy weapons. They have wholesale weapons dealers, and they buy hundreds of guns and they put them in the Black community, because when you got death and destruction, you got unemployment, you got poverty, and you got depression, you got mental health, skyrocketing each day, and you put a liquor store, fentanyl-laced weed, you're gonna have total bloodshed each and every day, and then they'll put a church on every corner, and then you go there and say that you a sinner and you full of shit. You was born in shit, and our people buy into this every single day, and they act accordingly. This is why I ain't gonna say we, this is why our people have so much disdain and hatred towards one another. A lot of people be saying it's slavery. We never came out of slavery. This is what our people don't understand. Right, slavery has just been personified and more of a clandestine institute now, and we don't understand what's going on. And so what they do, they corner the market on everything that we see, everything that we eat. They monitor us 24 hours a day. So, like Colin had always said, all of us are already, under attack. We already been chipped. Once you got a phone, your ass is chipped. You got an iPhone, your DNA goes in that iPhone. It's a tracking device.
You know what, Brother Sankofa? I had mentioned to the brothers a couple of months back to advice and knowledge. Yeah, we've been already chipped with these phones.
Yeah, and then you chip your children. And a lot of these people, a lot of our parents, they do things for their children, not to do things for them, but they do it for themselves. They want to show the community, the other slaves, that their children have better toys than the next slave. So our chip, and what is a 6-year-old doing with an iPhone 12? And then they get upset because they know it's a child's phone. And so the white and Black sodomist, pedophile pieces of shit, they tune in on that, they hone in on that, and because I kept wondering how is it that these people get knocked off with all this kiddie porn and all this all these photos and stuff. And then it came to me through these phones, because I know people that put tape on the back of their phones. So when these children are playing on their phones and they taking baths and showers and they take their phones and stuff in there, sometimes those cameras, these pedophile wizards, computer wizards, they know how to hack shit.
Yeah.
And they be watching these babies, and they take pictures with the child's own phone and they send back to their phone, and then they sell these photos. That's not including the child trafficking, because that's a major business aside from the organ harvesting. You know, we got so many we have so many vices, man, that we have to fight, you know, each and every day. And unfortunately, man, a lot of Black males want to watch the sports. They want to watch sports as an outlet because of fear. That's all it is, fear. If you know all these things that happen in your community and even in your family, and you refuse to take charge and make any type of effort to combat this shit, and you know who the culprits are, then, you know, I look at that as sort of like a coward ass energy, you know, that you've been broken. You know, even those who are supposed to be leaders, so-called leaders of the conscious community, most of them are paid and bought. And white supremacy has receipts on all their asses. You know, they'll let you yell out Black this and, you know, fuck this. And, you know, all they're doing is taking a head count of the most serious people. Who are the real threats in this room? Who are the real threats in here? You know, and our people, man, you know, we love to hear that feel-good information, man, with no fucking substance, man. No substance.
Let's get back to that was powerful, brothers, that whole circle. Street law soldiers. What's the level one must be at to join that fraternity?
Be drug and alcohol free. I'm talking about narcotics, you know. I'm talking about like coke and all that type of shit, mileage. You have to be free of that, you know, and at certain levels you have to, you know, just say for instance, it's important that they have some level of knowledge itself. Not coming in, but be willing to be open to learn. Because, you know, just say for instance, if I'm not around and you may have a question pertaining to the organization, or you just want to build, and that may be, you know, one of the soldiers may be there. They should be able to engage in dialogue, male or female, you know. And it's no two uniforms are alike. Everybody has their own individuality. You know, it's only it's really not rank and file or anything like that. As long as you understand who your enemy is, you know, and you are I'll say like a positive impact. You have a positive impact on the community, because that, you know, that plays a major role. You know, we don't want to give out food, and you know, one of the members been blowing fentanyl with one of the homeless people last week. That's not a good look, because that throws shade on all of us. That brings suspicion on all of us. So it's certain things, you know, that you have to do. Have order. You know, you have to have this. The inside has to be clean. You know, you can't walk around, you know, being an absentee father. You know, you behind in your child support. You know, where law enforcement can pull up on you anytime for dumb shit like that. You know, and be a representative. Be a representative, because you have to represent yourself before you can represent the organization. So, basically that's it. And we have groups, we have think tanks that we sit around and we learn from each other. We do little sessions like we're doing now, this cipher, you know, to help our brothers and sisters, because we have sisters that also do womanhood training that teach these young girls about menstrual cycles and hygiene and things of that nature, you know, and then we assist the elderly as well.
And you say y'all in a few other cities.
Yeah, Detroit.
Yeah.
Even in the ATL. Brother Osiris is down there. We got a sister down there as well. We got a couple of brothers in the ATL. And we got a couple of brothers in South Central, LA. We got a couple of brothers in one in Augusta. We got a couple of brothers and sisters in Birmingham. We got a couple of people in Goldsboro, North Carolina. And Hartford, Connecticut. You know, basically, you know, because people move around and stuff. And so, you know, we had very large membership at one time, but, you know, people have to work 9 to 5s.
Right.
You know, you can't be a freedom fighter if you know, you behind on your bills, your shit is fucked up. You know, that poor righteous teacher bullshit, you know, it don't, you know, that shit don't weigh nothing nowadays, man.
Right.
You know, so yeah, man, you know,
right.
like just like you all, man, you know, y'all strong, you brothers are stronger than you know, because based on because you know, Ken Waddle, I always put y'all on blast on my lives, man. So people know who y'all are, man. People know who y'all are, man, and that's what it's about, man. To, you know, bring everybody to the table, man. Let us all come to the table. So
right.
You know, we trying to. I want to create a conference, maybe in Atlanta, like during the summer, but we have everybody from all over, you know, and we support our own selves. We raise our own funds, you know, buy all of your, you know, buy all of the apparel, get people to buy all of them, you know.
Let's make that happen, brother. We can do it, you know what I mean? Yeah. We'll probably take off this live feed.
Yeah, and have you know, Brother Rebel or Brother Knowledge Born yourself, have y'all merchandise selling in Baltimore and DC at stands and flea markets and things of that nature, man, to, you know, because that's how you expand. You know, it's only a certain amount of people in every city that has knowledge itself. There's a certain amount, and then after that, you know, you go into the religious realm, you know. So that's one of my goals, to, you know, expand that apparel, man, because, you know, everybody asks me where I got that sweatshirt and them shoes from, man.
Oh yeah.
Nobody up there has that, man.
Yeah, he got the revolutionary drip and he got the footwear,
Yeah. Everybody asks about that, man.
You know, me and my wife were talking about you know, we gonna make that trip up to DC this summer, man. We gonna link up, but you gonna be down here in May for the event, the Rudy event.
Yeah, I'm gonna be down there for a whole week. We're gonna be down there for a whole week, man. We'll be able to do some stuff, man. We'll be able to do some lives together. You know, and you know, I would love to, you know, because I want to do a documentary as well, but that may be sometime near the end of the year. But, you know, do some lives, man. We go out eating stuff, and, you know, feed some people, go out there together, let them people see unity from different states. Because, you know, when we come down, we bring the Detroit people with us too. That's know, and we bring a couple of people from DC, you know, so you know, and the people will see that unison, man, you know, that strength. You know, they'll see, because, you know, brothers and sisters, man, just, you know, and, you know, just willing fight in the trenches with them. When we give out the food, I sit down and eat with them because I'm not gonna give them nothing that I wouldn't eat.
Right,
Or give them nothing that I wouldn't wear.
right.
I ain't mean to cut you off, but it's
Yeah.
cool you said that, though. I've been brushing up on how to shoot a documentary with your iPhone. So that's cool you said that. So when we down here, and I really want to start like on our next events, start getting a lot of footage, a lot of us like you may have some words to say, like 2-3 minutes. Brother John Hargrove might have something to say, 2-3 minutes. And really, it's really to do the documentary. The key is the collective of footage. And I also bought Spike Lee's film course. So if you guys want to see that or whatever and want to get into that, I got the access to that. And it's a plethora of information on that too that show you how to really market and put the information out there where you can really have your target market and target directly to our people. And we can also do the same thing what the United States do as far as shock testing to see like where our people be on as far as a particular time of the day and stuff like that. So it's real cool. I just want to throw that out there. But yeah, we gonna be on that.
Oh yeah.
That's a brother in Brunswick, brother Dwayne Hendricks. He's working on a documentary on Atlanta child murders, and I know I'm going to get in contact with him later on and ask him how to go about making that happen. Because once again, when we get when I'm assisting y'all up here with the apparel, because brother Heru up here, he's a IT plus he's an herbalist, so he makes anything in terms of herbs. He makes them in pill form and they work wonders. It's pure herb, and we're going to get a stand at the flea market in Baltimore where we be working there and running that on Saturdays and Sundays, and so we're gonna make some stuff happen, man, because this is it's time for some changes.
Right.
That was fire.
Yeah, man, man. Like I say, man, you come on here anytime, brother, man. And support the brother. Support the brother a lot, show on Facebook, man. He give a lot of dope information, man.
What's your page name?
It's Sankofa, Shaka Sankofa. Check him out.
Yeah, Facebook, yeah.
Check him out. He did one before the show, man. I look at him all. I be sharing them on my page, man. I have a lot of his feeds on my page and stuff. So yeah.
I'm about to check it out.
Check his show out, brother.
Yeah, I've been doing it. Yeah, I've been on rocking with these. Like I said, I've done over 4,000 videos. And we just gonna make some stuff happen, man. We just gonna have to link up, and combine our resources, man, and then we'll be able to move. We'll be able to move as a unit, a much larger unit, because each and every one of us have a particular expertise in something,
right.
And man, but that law, man, I've always been, as being a victim of it, I've always had a knack to understand that law, man. And that to me, that's an area which in the near future, man, I'm gonna be coming to Brother Knowledge Born to go to school. I'm gonna have my writing pads and my pencil, bro. So just
hey man, you want?
He the right brother to go to, man. Believe me, man.
I'll give you my notes. You want them?
Yeah, man. That's power, man. We need that. We need that, man.
I got my briefcase right here, man.
I'll get started. Gonna bring that library.
Going 7.
Got the brief. Let me take the filter off pretty bad so y'all can see it, man.
Yeah, the green screen.
Yeah, I forgot to take it off actually.
To Aharu. Peace, brother Aharu.
Yeah, man, brother. That's who I was talking about, man. Brother,
Yeah.
he's a young God, man. He's amazing, man. He's an amazing, powerful force, man. And he's very, very entrenched in griot and comedic knowledge.
Right.
He's a beast. He's a beast, man. And a wonderful brother, man. Wonderful brother. Along with brothers up here, Rodney Faison and Gerald Hooks and so many other brothers up here that are putting the lick down.
Right. Like and subscribe to the page, y'all. That'll help us out.
I think they may be on. They inquired about it, so I gave them the information.
Cool.
You know, brother Heru, that's how he is, man. He's on knowledge hard, man. He's on knowledge hard, and he's ready to do some real serious nation building, man.
Right.
I don't know if y'all can see this, man, but this here right here, man. That's why I used to go to court with.
Dang.
Them people thought I was crazy, man.
That's that Cochran bag.
Yeah. I wouldn't thought you was crazy. I just would call the fucking bomb squad or something.
They did. They checked me out, man. I used to go down to Fulton County, man. They knew who I was off the rip, man. They come in there. I come in there, like, how you doing, Mr. Green? Say, you back again, huh? Then one of the sheriff was a black lady, older black lady. She used to pat me on my back every time she see me. She say, they talking about you and I already say, you ready again today? I say, yeah, I'm ready today like that, right? And she'd be like, well, go get him. She said, I wish you the best. but she was being funny. And every time she see me walk out, she'd be like, shit, you walked out. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, I'm cool. I walked out. But yeah, man, they stopped me though, man. They stopped me from coming down there, Fulton County on Pride Street. They escorted me down to the end, the head sheriff, and he told me walk across the street before he arrested me for being on private property. And I said, private property? I said, this is a public sidewalk. And I looked it up. All the courts are private property, man, even to that sidewalk. And they can arrest you. The only part you can be is across the street. And I looked at different riots and different different things that we did marches on. We never was marching really on the courtroom steps. We was always across the street. You know what I'm saying? So that's another nugget out there. And I listened to the mores as far as going to court and challenging jurisdiction, but the jurisdiction thing got played out because there's a law word called minimum contact. And up under minimum contact, if you got a social media page, a website that has jurisdiction over you, it's not just you being tied to your driver's license and saying you coming to court, you got the right to travel, or coming to court and surrendering the straw man to court, or even doing an affidavit of corporate denial. That doesn't mean anything. You born in this country. Anything within the United States, under the United States, is for the benefit of the corporation of the United States, and that is our IRS law.
Now, let me ask you this, brother. Now, like I had mentioned before, it's a brother just, he's been incarcerated for quite some time. Now, is there any way that any type of case law or anything could possibly help him at this point?
I would have to take a look at it, but I will tell you this: once you sign all them contracts, especially if he went to trial, means dishonor, and speaking, it's a word game that they play with us. So it depends on what he signed and what he has to rescind, or what contract he has to get out of, because it's all about contract. That's why they call it contract law. So that's pretty much it. But you have to take a look at it and see how he's going to get before the judge again to exercise his right in a particular venue. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Even it's got to be pro se, because at this particular point in time, he will have to do it. I'm not gonna say by himself, but he would need some help. But he will have to speak on his own behalf, and that's how you will have to do that. They call that getting out the belly of the beast in commerce. You know what I'm saying? The way I was taught, they say you have to go before the serpent and get out the belly of the beast, and that's, you know, standing on your square pro se, challenging the judge as far as jurisdiction, challenging the judge as far as a particular penal code that they have already put on you. You know what I'm saying? And up under Georgia law, it's in public law. It says from the time of your arrest, the prosecution has the right to put a lien on you. And lien in the Black's Law Dictionary means freedom. So upon the time of your arrest, they have a right to put a lien upon your freedom. And the only way you have a lien on your freedom is through your Quest Deset Trust. If I'm not pronouncing it right, but it's dealing with the trust account. So once they put a lien on you, then that's when they start accessing that particular trust account and drawing those funds out of that trust account. Because everybody in this world is worth some form of monetary value. If you're not worth any monetary value, then you're considered to be I forgot what they call it, pretty much a dead entity. You know what I'm saying? United States is not in the business of gold and silver, it's in the business of people.
That's all it is. Yo, fellas, we gonna have to end the show. Sankofa, brother Sankofa, man, thanks for coming through. So powerful. I wish we met when you got out here. You're gonna make me come to you, because I'll be on the road a lot. But
okay.
I want to thank you for coming to bless the show.
Thank you all.
You got a seat anytime you want. We etching your name in your seat right now. So anytime you want to come on and break anything down, or just build with the brothers, anytime, you more than welcome.
I appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all to the utmost, man.
Black motherfucking power. Give out all your info where people could reach the street soldiers, street law soldiers, and your pages again.
Oh, they can go on Facebook, type in Shaka Sankofa on Facebook. That's where all my live videos at. Or they can go on TikTok and type in Shaka Sankofa or Street Law Soldiers. And the brother Haru has lined up, an array of video clips from the lives. And you can call me at 202-294-7831. I just got a text from somebody in North Carolina that's watching y'all, just been following me for a while. She just texted me and said she's watching the live now. So peace and blessings. Shout out to Gladys Holcutt, Miss Gladys Holcutt down in Goldsboro. And so an email is shakasankofa@gmail.com or streetlawsoldiers@gmail.com.
Powerful. Like I said, brother, you're welcome back anytime. Thanks for letting us pick your brain. And we definitely gonna connect soon. Believe that.
Yes, sir. No doubt, man. Yep, right. Peace to the gods, man. It's always a pleasure, man, building with y'all, man.
Peace. You already know, brother. You already know.
Safe out there, man. Continue to save the world. We got your back.
Yes, sir.
Whatever you need, just let us know and we'll be right there.
Yes, sir. Likewise.
Yeah, I know. That's the powerful part. That's what's up, man. Everybody else give out your info. I guess we could flip it like that.
You can hit me on Instagram. Check out my my apparel line, my apparel page, K&S Apparel. You know what I mean? You can hit me up on Facebook, Ken Watermore. Check out the website, ShellyAmosetProducts.com, and you can reach me at 470-798-8527.
John, You gonna spit jump?
Yeah. Appreciate it, brother Rebel. Damn, my hair echo. Y'all can reach us at UNI ACL Division 421, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Call us directly 678-631-9404. But yeah, we're here down in Atlanta. Any organizers, organizations in the South, please reach out to us. We got a lot of work to do. Race first.
Race first.
Peace, brother.
Peace.
And I'm around, you can just catch me where you catch me. I'm around. I'm here, I'm there.
No bossy name, and he'll come save you.
Yeah, I'm around. And you know how to get at me.
Rebel Vision Television, that's the channel we on now. We got Rebel Vision, we got Rebels Roundtable, we got Think Champs, and we got Queen's Law dropping on February 1st. So tune in to Queen's Law. I'm putting it together, but we got
Shout out to the Queen's Law.
Yeah, so shout out to I Am Persegment, the new member of the squad. Y'all all know who that is. I think she watching. They told me. But everything is coming. We're gonna try to attack the game. We're gonna try to save a lot of information for y'all. These conversations aren't everywhere. We only created this. Look, Shaka, we only got online because we thought the world was almost burnt up. Like we had to expose ourselves. So we all the same on that. The problem is too big. We have to do something about it. So this is our attempt, even though we be in the streets all day. But this is our internet attempt to reach people who maybe not be where we at. So salute to all the gods, salute to all the goddesses. Rebel Vision Television, like, share, subscribe, do all that internet shit. Help us out. We trying to save the world. We out here. Black motherfucking power.
Us.
Us.